Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Today is August 8, 2011,
Yes.
Tuesday. I am interviewing Mr. Prasanta Sinha. We are doing this in New York. So, Mr. Sinha, what's your dish?
My dish is. I was born in Dinajpur, Bangladesh now, but my
You grew up in
grew
India,
up in Kathiawar, India.
in Bihar,
Bihar.
and then you came here.
Then I came
When did you come to the United States?
1972.
Okay, it's a long time.
Yeah.
Now, do you remember anything about Dinajpur?
Of course, everything.
Tell me a little bit about.
Dinajpur used to be district town under a independent king, so-called independent. You know, they used to pay tax. That's it.
Yeah.
They are all in all. And my great grandfather, Gajendra Kumar Ghosh, he had a power of gun giving the license of gun to people on behalf of Maharaja.
Okay. So how was did you used to live in the town itself or in the rural areas?
Town itself.
Tell me about what's the nature of your para?
My para is called Khasi para. That means all the Ghosh used to be there.
No, Ghosh
Most were the Ghosh.
Okay. And who else was there in your family?
That's my maternal house.
Okay.
So my maternal grandfather.
Okay.
And my maternal uncles and maternal sister, what do you call it? Aunt. Yeah.
And how many brothers and sisters were you with when you grew up in your house?
No, I can tell you. I take a digress here. My great grandfather has 5 sons. Okay. And they used to be around in a separate house. He made separate house for everybody.
Okay.
And then I was born in Dinajpur, and I'm third son of my father, late Fanibhushan Sinha.
Okay.
And late Pushpamoy Sinha.
Okay.
So and I had 2 brothers before me and 1 sister after me.
Okay. And what did your father used to do?
My father was school inspector of schools.
Oh, it's a very important position.
Yeah, and under Bihar government.
No, and in Dinajpur?
Dinajpur, my father was there.
Wasn't it? But you're born at your mama's place.
Yeah.
Maternal. Okay.
Yeah.
So did you used to live there on a?
Yeah, many of the vacations I used to.
So how was the para like? Was your house a brick building?
Big building, 3, quite a big building, and in the front there was a second brother of my great grandfather was eldest, and I'm taking Gajendra who was great grandfather.
Okay.
And my grandfather was 5 brothers, and
maternal grandfather, you mean?
Maternal grandfather.
Okay.
And he had next to him was late Fanibhushan Ghosh. He used to have a house in front of our house. Our house is a big house. It's used by 2 brothers.
Okay.
And then another. He has a 3-story building, and most of the finance was done by Gajendra Kumar Ghosh.
Gajendra Kumar Ghosh, who was the top official of the king.
Great grandfather.
Yeah. Now, was this mostly a Hindu area, or there was a mixed neighborhood?
Dinajpur was Hindu majority area.
Yeah. Okay.
And at the time of partitions, my maternal grandfather, was president of district Congress committee. So he made a delegation to keep the Dinajpur town. There are many towns which Hindu majority remained in India. he wanted to keep the Rajput town. After that, the demarcation of the partition, and they went to Delhi also. And only thing is that Maharaja was not interested. Maharaja was thinking that if suppose Pakistan will be there, then I'll be penalized. That fear from the Muslim League, he remained neutral.
Oh, the Maharaja didn't play a part.
No, he remained neutral.
Oh.
He didn't take any side, and that was a Himalayan blunder. If Maharaja would have gone like the Nawab of Murshidabad, represented Murshidabad, and Murshidabad remained in India, similarly Maharaja could have able to.
Maharaja was a Hindu Maharaja?
Hindu Maharaja.
Okay. Now you used to have in your neighborhood Durga Puja and other religious festivities.
Of course, lot of Durga Puja.
And how do you remember that?
Oh, Durga Puja was observed very well, and the Muslim people used to come there because caste Hindu were mostly owner of the land, so they used to come. They used to come and
used to participate in puja.
Participate not in puja, but they used to come and do some help, and also they did
cultural program.
Okay.
Now, when did you said your family moved to India eventually? When did they move?
Okay. Now, my father was already there in Bihar.
Okay.
And different areas from Chotnagpur and
because he was a
Sautal Pargana.
He was a
and then
school inspector.
Then he came to Kathiawar, where there was a clash between my father and government of Bihar and Department of Education, because my mother was very active in politics, and she was contesting on behalf of Socialist Party. That time is called Praja Socialist Party, and she was contesting MLA election,
Legislative
Assembly, and the also municipal councillor. And that time Bihar government gave a threatening letter to my father that he should influence his wife to get out from that politics and contesting the
election.
Congress nominated.
Now,
And
what's
so
your mother's
that was one point. My irritated my father, and then for 17 years my father did. 16 years my father didn't get any promotion. Only reason that he was a Bengali. Although his family was staying there for 150 years, still he was marked as a Bengali, and many juniors were superseded to him.
in Bihar?
So that's why he resigned.
Okay, no. What's your mother's name?
Pushpamai Sinha.
Now, no. What I'm saying. So, when did you, or what was the? How did you migrate, or rest of the family migrate to India, or
Okay.
did they?
Rest of the family migrated slowly. Didn't happen once. Because there was Ansar volunteer group of
Is this a
Muslim
Muslim armed groups?
Muslim armed group or Muslim League used to threaten and did a lot of nuisance and
Attack the family?
attack the family. Well, the too many people in that family, so it's very difficult for them, and too many young men to attack. And then they were respected people, so they couldn't attack, but they were giving a lot of nonsense,
What kind of nonsense?
Oh, they used to throw the beef to the courtyard.
The slaughtered cow.
Yeah.
Cows parts and
Yes. And then my grandfather was eldest of all brothers, so he did his duty that all the brothers has to be migrated, then only he will migrate.
Okay.
So when the last brother was migrated,
How did they migrate? How did they migrate? How did they go to India?
Oh, they'll just come and take a refuge.
Okay. And did somebody living in India? What town? What city did they migrate to?
Okay. Now next to my grandfather, late Mr. Fani Bhushan Ghosh, migrated to Kaliaganj, which is next to Raiganj,
Okay.
and then first the Rajput.
in East Dinajpur, part of the Dinajpur that joined with India.
Yeah, West Dinajpur.
West Dinajpur, yeah.
And then to his next brother had a house separate. He migrated to Baharampur.
Baharampur in
where,
Murshidabad
where,
district.
where we already did some establishment by buying land
Okay.
and etc. The Fani Bhushan Ghosh already made some industry like rice mill etc. And next to him, brother was little mentally was not well, so he used to remain with my grandfather.
Okay. How long did he live there? Did he live all along, or did he had to flee also to India?
Okay, now that brother and youngest brother, they moved to Bardhaman.
Okay. When? What time around?
Around
50s, 60s?
Yeah, 49, 50.
50. What happened to the property?
Property, more
Or properties, because entire neighborhood belonged to your family.
Yeah, so properties, some of them they sold, some of them they made an exchange.
Did they?
Yeah.
Okay. So who lives there? The Muslim families have moved in, or other Hindu families?
The Muslim families.
Okay. Did he get a good price?
No, you cannot expect that. That time, whatever is offered, you have to accept it.
Whatever.
Otherwise, it will be a lot of violence and threatening things.
Do you know?
So it is better to accept the offer and leave.
Okay. What happened to the land or agricultural property? You know, the land.
Some of them were sold, some of them exchanged.
Exchange. And so you were able to at least get some money or some property out of that.
Yeah, it is not totally nothing, but it was something.
Something. Now, did anybody stay back within the whole family?
Yes.
Or everybody
Yes.
migrated?
Whole family slowly migrated, because my great-grandfather was a younger brother. He had a house, he had some property. Then my
So nobody stayed back in Dinajpur?
Yeah. Yes. Who stayed? My maternal uncle of my grandfather, he used to be called Bhakil, and he was an influencer person. He has a big house, and he stayed back.
Did you meet him? Have you ever visited
Yeah,
that place?
I met him. He came my Katihar house also.
And you visited them in Dinajpur?
Yes.
And what did he say, or how did you feel when you went back to? You also visited. Did you visit your ancestral home too, where you grew up? Did you in Dinajpur?
Yeah, always.
No. After you moved, did you ever go back to visit?
Yes. When the passport was done, and my grandfather still was a Pakistani citizen, and my mother made a passport, and I was included in the passport. So
you used to go. And visit.
Not go to visit, just one time.
Oh, and afterwards, you ever visited your place back?
No.
Never.
Yeah, I visited that place after when I was traveling to the Bangladesh. At that time, I made a point and vow, and stayed in Ramakrishna Mission over there. Then I visited Dinajpur.
Did you find your own home?
Yes, I found everything.
So any people you knew?
Yeah, nobody. The people staying there recognized my grandfather, but they didn't recognize us.
Okay. And what about the other uncle who stayed back, grandfather who stayed back? Vakil.
Vakil, yeah, he stayed back for some time.
But he
stayed back. He spent the rest of his life.
Did you visit his family there?
Yeah, I used to visit.
No. When you went last time.
Yes.
So
yeah, he was alive and very much active.
In 90, when you stayed in Ramakrishna.
1951.
No, 97.
No, 97. I think that he expired.
But
early, late 50s.
Okay.
And on early 50s.
Okay.
And he had two sons. They exchanged the property and migrated to India.
Oh, they migrated. So nobody else was left there.
No.
So, but
Only one son of second brother of my next to my grandfather stayed back, and he couldn't get the house, but he got something property. So he was given all the property left. So he was there.
But his family still lives in Bangladesh.
Yes, but very pathetic condition, because unfortunately that son of my late Phanushan Ghosh died being electrocuted, and in any time he wanted to get some clothes, and that's he got electric. And after that, harassment started very badly, and slowly.
Harassment to his wife?
Yeah, and slowly she had lost most of the land and house. Now I went to next time 97. She was there in a pathetic condition. She had 3 daughters. Two daughters were married. One daughter didn't marry. Stay with her to take care of her.
Okay. Now, did you know of any violence and anything in the course of living in Bangladesh or West Bengal, Bihar, or do you know anybody lost their lives or injured, anything?
Yeah, there used to be a riot, 1946 riot, and that time some of the family members were killed.
Your family members?
Yeah, in a distant way. Yes. And then in India, some of the riots took place in Calcutta, a Muslim-dominated area. That time also, those people from my family stayed temporarily, and that called Hatibagan and nearby area.
Oh, in North Calcutta area.
Yeah.
So, how was your house, in the new house in Katihar? How was the place like? Can you tell us?
Yes. First of all, we were in rental house. Then my father built a house of his own in 1957.
It's a brick and concrete house, big house?
Big house is a 3-story, and total bedroom were about small room or big room is like 11 or 12 rooms upstairs, downstairs.
So you grew up in Katihar in Bihar. Was it a very nice
In 1957, I got my high school diploma. Then I went to campus to study my intermediate.
In Katihar itself?
No. Ranchi.
And then
after intermediate, I got enrolled in the engineering college, Bihar Institute of Technology, Sindri.
Okay, Sindri. Yeah, that's where you did. Okay. But how was the situation like? Was it a very mixed area? Was it a middle class area, rich area in Katihar, or it's a Bengali area?
It's an amalgamation, poor and rich.
Bengali as well as Bihari, and
most of them are Hindus and Bengali Hindus.
Okay.
But slowly Hindus and Bengali Hindus.
Okay.
But slowly what happened then, we faced the torture and harassment from Muslims. Now we face this torture and harassment from the Indian Biharis.
Hindus.
Bihari, yeah.
Hindu.
They butchered, they are cursing people. Muslim at least didn't curse. They used to demand something. If you don't give it, they will kill you. These Biharis were, they encroach your property, encroach your house, just like that.
Okay.
So they were I can criticize them more than the Muslims, because they were being Hindu, they are torturing the Hindus. The Biharis tortured Bengalis so much, you don't understand. I was raised in Bihar and I was Bengali, and I faced every day curse and all this. They said Bengal, they has no culture. Bengalis are nothing. All Bengalis girls are prostitute. That kind of
Oh
comment.
my gosh,
Yeah.
that's really bad. But is it anything? Has it changed now? Is it, or is the same?
I don't know, but I can see those people who are here. They do not do those things here.
Yeah, those Biharis, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course not. Here in the United States. Um, um, what do you think? Muslims stayed back in Bangladesh. Sorry, in West Bengal, but Muslim minority, but Hindu minority couldn't stay in Bangladesh. Why is it so?
Because the government has a stepmother attitude to Hindus, and different way they were able to harass people. Like, say, for instance, there one kind of tax was not applied to Muslims.
But that was the old time. You mean jizya tax? But that was the old
No,
time.
I'm saying that now,
Okay.
in an indirect tax, and I don't remember, that was a municipal tax.
Okay.
And
But your family, for example, in spite of all these atrocities in Bihar, stayed back, but didn't stay in Bangladesh. But there was not much atrocity you just mentioned. Why is this contradiction?
because it is difficult to remain in Bangladesh with safe your life and the
But why
and
did
the and the and the your women in your house.
But what about Bihar? You mentioned it's even worse.
Yeah,
you
but
said that-
not they didn't touch the women.
Oh.
They didn't touch the women.
Oh, I see. Do you think anybody benefited because of Bengal partition? Hindus, Muslims, rich, poor, Christians, Buddhists.
I think nobody benefited. Both of Hindus and Muslims both
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 Muslims in Bangladesh, Muslims in West Bengal. Both.
Muslim in West Bengal, they were clever, They were clever, and they from Muslim League they became congressmen.
Okay.
And the worst thing happened during the period of CPM government. That all the people from Bangladesh coming intruding into India, and they got the ration card, Muslims.
Yeah.
And they got the shelter, and they got
No, but why?
they got land. And on the contrary, when Hindus came, they had to go to a tedious process
Okay.
to get a citizenship or something.
So in case of Bangladesh also, no Hindu, no Muslim benefited because of partition.
In Bangladesh, Muslim got benefited a lot because
Also.
all the leftovers property they got it.
Oh really? But not Hindus in West Bengal? They didn't benefit?
No. I didn't see any example that
No,
Hindus
okay.
Hindus got the property of Muslims
Yeah.
by just they left, not like that. Every Muslim left West Bengal, they sold their property with good price.
Okay. All right. I'm almost at the end. Do you think Hindus and Muslims can live together?
I doubt it. I have no very much positive or optimistic.
You don't? But socialization is possible.
Socialization is possible, and if you go to the Muslim as an individual, they are nice people. You can talk to them and everything. But when they are mob, they become mob. They are very bad.
But isn't that mob, Hindu mob is also, isn't it bad?
Hindu mob couldn't do that much because government gives the protection to Muslims. And government do not give any protection to Hindus.
In Bangladesh,
I'm telling you that I have 2010 I visited Birbhum and Murshidabad.
His districts in West Bengal.
Districts in
West Bengal.
Bengal, and I saw a lot of things happening during the Indian government or CPM government, and they were closed eyes.
Okay.
A lot of them they are closed eyes. But there is a Ramakrishna Mission institution, separate area. Sivri has a Ramakrishna Mission. Then other areas, some of the Bardhaman, and then there was a Ramakrishna Mission in Murarai, Rajgram.
In Birbhum district.
And I was surprised. They had a school, where in that school and hostel, the Muslim people, they used to send their sons and daughters. And the according to Ramakrishna Mission, they have to go to prayer. They have to wake up in the morning, and they have to recite from Upanishad and all this, and they do.
Okay.
They do.
So they're very nice.
No, they do not object.
Okay.
They were rather glad they are getting this education than the madrasa education.
Okay. I'm almost to the end. Do you know if your family wants to go back visit your ancestral home in Bangladesh?
Nobody from my family did go, rarely.
Wants to? Do you think they want to visit?
I didn't see any indication.
Okay.
And maybe one or two behind back, and to visit. I was the only one I visited in 1997, and that was a very big talk.
Yeah.
Big appreciation.
Okay, very nice. So you are an engineer in profession. I forgot to mention, so I'm mentioning this. I'm to the end. Is there anything else you want to say that I haven't asked? Is there something that comes to your mind that I have not asked?
No, I witnessed the independence movement because I was born in 1941 and 1947 India got the freedom, and that time I was 6 years old. 41 to 47, 6 years old. But I remember a lot of things, that independence movement. That 42 movement I don't remember. But I remember a lot of things that time. And they used to have Prabhat Feri, Vande Mataram. And unfortunately, this Vande Mataram became a topic of politics, narrow politics in India, and for the vote bank. And I remember one time in Patna Congress session, All India Congress session, Patna in late 50s, and that time the Jawaharlal Nehru was there, and normally they used to start with Vande Mataram. All Congress session used to start with Vande Mataram. Now BJP do that, so they said BJP is this is not a secular, they are doing something communal. And but Congress is to do that. And I don't know whether still Congress session they are doing that traditional.
Okay.
And that time the Vande Mataram was being sung, and some people didn't get a stand, didn't get up. And Nehru came out very violently. Say, remember this is the song with which we received the independence. So it is equally important as the national anthem.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate your time.
You're welcome. Thank you.